Greetings, greetings, welcome, welcome, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on what time of the day it is for you. Welcome, welcome to this broadcast this morning. I hope you had a good night's rest. I'm always so honored and I feel quite privileged that you come to spend your mornings with me. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson, your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, mentor, facilitator, and also your spiritual healer. All right? I take what I do seriously and I am fully with every fiber of my being. I am committed to helping you break through those barriers and to help you to live your best life. You, I always say I encourage you to make sure you learn if it is even one lesson every day. All right? So, for those of you, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and all of the others. All right? And just in case you forget, all the places I'm hanging out, as I say, I'm Googleicious. So Google me and you will find me. I also have my daphne.clarke-hudson.booksy.com where you can schedule your appointments for consultation. Also, you can text me 203-885-5093. My number is on my profile. I only work through private appointments. I do not do readings or consultations or answer questions on these broadcasts. This broadcast is only to teach and share information with you. All right? What I do here on the broadcast are the free 99. Other, you need to invest in. Don't come on here and ask me any questions about anything unless it has to do with the topic that we are discussing each morning. All right? And with that being said, there are some mornings when I teach my content, and there are other times when I do find information that is interesting to me, and I know it will also add value to you, and therefore I teach that to you. And this morning is one of those mornings when I am teaching information from a lady by the name of Stephanie MIH. Good morning, Miss Jennifer. Her name is Stephanie MIHALAS. And I love to give credit when I use people's information because I would like them to do the same when they use mine to give me credit for that. So, we are speaking about experiencing joy. experiencing joy. And Dr. Stephanie's article speaks about finding joy during difficult times. Finding joy during difficult times. And I will read verbatim some of what she says. She says, and this is from Help Guide, Well-Being and Happiness. That's where she wrote the article for. And finding joy during difficult times. Stressed about your health, the pandemic, unemployment, financial uncertainties, or civil unrest. Even in those times, you can find joy in your daily life and improve the outlook. Now more than ever, finding joy in our day-to-day experiences can improve your quality of life and enhance and protect your mental health. As many of us are mired and intense and heavy information from the news and social media, financial instability, and political and civil unrest, it becomes more and more difficult to find peace, both internally and externally. Furthermore, for many adults who are working from home while taking new roles and responsibility for their children's academic needs, and a newfound stress in the home is ever present. How can we both individually and collectively spark joy to lift our own and each other's spirit to and through these difficult times? And here are some tips that Dr. Stephanie shares with us. Number one, listen to your favorite music. Listen to your favorite music. This is not new to us. As a matter of fact, it is just an affirmation. And I decided to share this information with you in this conversation because a lot of times we are stressing ourselves unnecessarily. Many times we are looking that we always have to go out and find something new or to buy something. It doesn't necessarily needs to be that way. We can look around in the present resources that we have and utilize those. Everyone has a smartphone now. You pop your phone open, you put your headpiece in, you go to YouTube and you can find your music. while you are working in your homes, while you are making your meals, whatever it is you're doing, pop your music on and listen to your music. It will make a difference in your life. So, what music resonates with you? Pop it in and listen to that. That will help to alleviate the stress and all of the anxiety that you're experiencing. It will also help to lower your blood pressure. So that's number one. Listen to your favorite music. Go ahead, Miss Jennifer, and jot it for me. Number one point is listen to your favorite music. I hope you didn't fall back asleep. Point number two, develop daily gratitude practices. Develop daily gratitude practices. We need to understand the importance of giving thanks for what we have. Too often, we are focusing on what we don't have. That's not what is important. Let us always give gratitude for what we have, because that is what will build on what we have and bring us more. It multiplies when we give gratitude. Number two, Jennifer, develop daily gratitude practices. And whomever is in the other platforms, go ahead and jot them down too, please. Thank you very much. So, number two, develop daily gratitude practices. You know, oh, I'm so grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm so grateful my feet are working. Thank you. My legs are working. I'm so grateful I can hear, I can smell. I have, that was number two, Jennifer. I have water to take a shower. You know, the little things that we take for granted, begin to give gratitude for them. Begin to give gratitude for them. Too often our eyes are taking us astray, and we begin to compare and look on what others have instead of giving gratitude for our own things. There's a saying, if you think the grass is greener on the other side, just start to fertilize your own. Number three, spend time in visioning what it is you want. Set intentions. Be still. Set your intentions. What do you want to happen today? What would you like to happen today? Set your intentions and work towards it. Don't get up and spend your day complaining and fussing at the people around you. You got to be able to create and enjoy your time. Cultivate your own joy and begin to experience it. You know, there are times when you look on YouTube and you see some people in other parts of the world, and you see that their organization that are looking for donation for them. I remember a few months ago I was looking and I saw this family, some region of Africa. She lived in a little hut, no floor on the dirt. And her little children, they didn't go to school. They were going to the dump to pick stuff up, plastic bottles from the dump. And she had nothing to give them to eat. And it's dirty water. And she got some leaves and she boiled it, and the little children were sipping on the hot water. And I look and I said, we are so blessed, and yet we are not appreciative. So let us not take life for granted. Let us not take life for granted. So number 3 was spending time to envision what we want. Number 4, good morning. Number 4, find the awe moment of the day. What can you do to wow yourself and say, this is so and so, and that is so and so and so and so. Find the awe moments in life. We all have them. We all have them. You know, Sunday, I went to visit my niece-in-law. And she had like a rock garden. And she had a beautiful bloom in it. And I asked her permission. Can I please take a picture of the plants? And she said yes. And I took it. And I have it in my phone because I'm going to be sharing it on one of my posts or something. And yesterday she called me. And she was so perturbed. And I said, what happened? And she said, the squirrel broke down her bloom. And I said, oh, I was so disappointed myself. And I said to her, you know what? I'm going to text you a picture of the one I took. This way you can have it on your phone. So, what are the awe moments we can find in life? It's the little things. The little things, guys. Look around you. You have to experience your own joy. Don't always be looking to others to supply your basic needs. You have the power to do that. This is a very important one that people don't do anymore. Write a handwritten note and drop it off or mail it to somebody. Many of you live in complexes. So, we can go to the dollar store and we can get those packets of note cards. No, they're not $1 anymore. They're $1.25 because the dollar store raised the price. But we can get 8 for $1.25. Let's write handwritten notes and put it in people's mailboxes or slide it under their doors for those who live in apartment buildings. Not only are you doing that for the other person, but it is going to make you feel good. It makes you feel good within your hearts of hearts. You're bringing joy to somebody and you're bringing joy to yourself. People are isolated. Can you imagine looking on your floor and see a little envelope? Open it and somebody said, I was thinking about you. And I know we are always sitting outside, but with everything that's going on, we don't do that anymore. But I'm thinking of you. I am thinking of you. Some of you bake and some of you cook. Bring a little plate of cookies or a little cake or something and share with somebody. There's no greater joy than the joy of building a community. There's no greater joy than knowing that you build a community. You're bringing a smile to somebody's face. Many of you are writers. You are poetic. Write little poems and put a little ribbon around it and hand to somebody. Knock on their door and hand it to them. Write a little poem and share it with them. Yes, we're going through challenging times, but we don't have to continue to be distant. We can do loving, kind things. Let us remember that. I remember growing up in Jamaica and in the district when one family would butcher a goat or a pig, whatever the families do, they would share the meat for free. They didn't sell it. They would cut some meat and it's going to go to that person and the other person and the other person. Some was sold, but the neighbors would be blessed for free. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Can you relate to what I'm saying? We need to go back to basics. If we're going to experience real, authentic joy, we got to go back to basics. We're in this commercial world, and we forgot about the value of life and the things that brings us real joy, unbreakable joy. If you're an artist, draw a little something. It doesn't take a lot. You don't always have to spend money when you're looking. I understand it. I agree. Thank you, Queen. This is a one that Dr. Stephanie talked about. This one is hers. Start collecting spare change. And here's what she says. Or a small amount of money every day with the intention to donate to a charity of your choice. At the end of the designated period of time, 1 to 3 months, write a letter to the charity, letting them know what you did, why, and the meaning behind the donation. Saving the money and seeing the fruits of your labor will spark joy that you were able to meet the goal. Additionally, by writing a letter, you'll be able to express your intention of goodwill to another. Otherwise, then we voice our positivity instead of keeping it inside. We can further feel joy throughout our soul. I I decided to share this one because I resonate with it. I have a breakfast feeding program in Jamaica at my former elementary school that I created. And when I created the breakfast feeding program, when I launched it, I went down there, and for the first 2 weeks, I ran the canteen with some of the parents until a past student who was a chef and lost his job, we pay him to run the breakfast feeding program. And one of the organizations that I'm a part of, the AFES community, they went to Jamaica and did an event in Jamaica, and they wanted to volunteer for a nonprofit on the island. And because I was part of that organization, even though I was not in Jamaica at that particular event, they drove from Montego Bay to Westmoreland. They planted 25 fruit trees at the school. They painted a mural on that school, and on the tank of the school. And they raised over $3,000 in US dollars in donation that they contribute to my breakfast feeding program. So each of us can do something. It doesn't have to be something big. Each and every one of us can do something. And now that school is getting back up and running, we were doing the breakfast 5 days a week, because when I had gone there in 2012, before I founded the nonprofit, I went there and found out that some of the kids were not coming to school because they did not have breakfast. And the others who did came, they came without breakfast. And they were getting the lunch from the school. But then I decided I was going to find a way to let the kids have breakfast when they came to school. And my long-range goal for that, and it's going to bring me the greatest joy, my intention for that school is to raise the funds to build a cafeteria, because the canteen that they have is the same canteen that I got my meals out of when I attended that school as a child. The only difference now, they have a refrigerator, they have electricity, and they put on a new roof to the canteen. And instead of using the wood fire, they now have a stove. However, I have set my intention to build a cafeteria where all the children can eat in that cafeteria, interact with each other, and build community, instead of taking their meals and going back to their classroom to eat it individually in their classes. So I wanted to share that. I don't think I've ever shared it on here before. And I'm grateful that the Spirit had me share that this morning. So for those of you who might want to know more about my breakfast feeding program in Jamaica, you can reach out to me. We have the GoFundMe page and everything. If you want to know more about it, reach out and I will tell you more. Hey, good morning, Mark. The next thing that we can do is run an errand for somebody. Run an errand for somebody. I know we all know somebody that we can do something for. I remember when I was living in Connecticut, I have a dear friend, very good friend, and he doesn't drive. And whenever he's traveling, he would give me notice ahead of time that I have to get him to the airport, and I get him back from the airport. Wherever he's going, I would drive him there, and I would go and I would pick him back up. It doesn't take a lot for us to do something for somebody else and to bring some joy, not only to them, but for ourselves. Now, I mentioned about the author of this article. Some of it was hers, and I really inserted some of my things too, but I want to give her credit. Let me read about who she is. Dr. Stephanie Mihalas, PhD, NCSP, ABPP, is a licensed and board certified psychologist, a national certified school of psychologists, and the founder of the Center of Well-Being in Los Angeles, California. Dr. Mehes is also a board member of the Help Guide organization internationally. So that's it. That was not mine. I shared that with you. Some of it is mine, but I thought that was a very valuable information to share about finding joy and experiencing joy. All right, family? So let us do our water therapy. Bless your water. What is it you desire from your water? Are you looking for clarity? Are you looking for healing? Whatever it is, please let your request be known. For those of you who are new here, water is energy, as you know. And when we supercharge, yes, whenever I use somebody's material, I give them credit, because when they use mine, I want them to give me credit for it. Yes. Yes, yes, Mark. It is so true. So, what is it you need from your water? Bless your water. Let your requests be known. I request that this water will go directly to every organ in my body. All of my systems in my body. Our bodies are comprised of different systems. My request is that this water will go and revitalize all of my systems. Where healing is needed, will that be done? If there are diseases that is lurking in my body, I ask that this water will flush it out. So whatever it is your desire, go ahead, ask for it. I give thanks to the universe for empowering this water and for supercharging all of its benefits. My requests are granted. It is done, and so it is. Let us drink. So it is. All right, all right. So, guys, I'm so thankful that everyone is here. I am Okay, 40 minutes on YouTube. I need to end that now, but I'm getting better. I'm a work in progress. I am a work in progress. And for those of you who worked with me this morning during the meditation, I hope it had helped you in so many ways. Thank you, Jennifer, for always being on YouTube for helping me. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you again right here tomorrow morning. All right? Share the information with your community and come back and listen to it. And for those of you who, if you are catching it on the replay, leave some comments leave some remarks in the comment section. All right? Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Stay blessed.